There are a ton of weapons in Oblivion Remastered, but in this video I will be showing you 10 incredible weapons that you don't want to miss. But first, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos just like this one, please consider subscribing to this channel. To get the first weapon on this list, you will need to travel to Deepscorn Hollow, which will be right here on your map outside of the town of Rodwenn. When you get here, you will start the Deepscorn Hollow side quest, which will unlock this location as a free house. You will just need to jump into the water and use this hidden entrance to get inside. But then from here you can follow where I go on screen now to reach the shrine inside of Deepscorn Hollow. And here beside the shrine in this small box you will find the unique Crimson Eviscerator dagger. This is a really great weapon. It will do some high damage and the enchantment on it will make it absorb strength from your target, damage your target's health and magicka, and apply a weakness to poison effect to your target. For the next 3 weapons you will need to join the Dark Brotherhood. Once you're a member of the Dark Brotherhood, you will want to go to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary and talk to the vendor Mirage, and he will be selling the unique Perdition's Wrath Battle Axe. This is another very strong weapon because of its high base damage and the enchantment on it, which will make the weapon do 20 fire damage in a 50-foot range around the target that you hit, making it a very strong weapon. But unfortunately the charge on it will only last for 2 charges, but you will still deal a ton of damage from those 2 hits, and it will still do good damage when it's uncharged. Next you will need to talk to Vicente and start the Accidents Happen contract. This will be one of the first few quests that you will do after you join the Dark Brotherhood, but if you complete this quest in a certain way you will get a unique weapon as a reward. To do this, you will just need to break into the target's house, then make your way to the hidden crawlspace in the house without being seen. And then when you're there, loosen the wall mount from behind the wall while the target is sitting in the chair. This will kill the target, then you will just need to sneak out of the house. And if you do all of this, you can return to Vicente and he will give you the unique Sufferthorn dagger, which is pretty strong and the enchantment on it will make it damage your target's health and drain your target's strength. After this, keep going through the Dark Brotherhood questline until you meet Ochiva, and she will give you a contract called the Lonely Wanderer. For this quest you will need to kill a man named Phalion, but if you can kill him indoors without any witnesses you will get a unique weapon as a reward. The easiest way to do this is to go to Lorkmir's house in the Imperial City Elven Garden District. Then wait for Phalion to show up and then you can kill him to get your special reward, which will be the unique Shadow Hunt bow. The Shadow Hunt is a great unique bow. The enchantment on it will make it damage your target's health and magicka, turn undead, and apply a weakness to poison to your target, which all makes the Shadow Hunt a pretty strong bow, especially early on in the game. To get the next weapon on the list, head over to the Imperial City Market District and then go to the Stone-Walled Shield Shop. Here you can purchase the unique Tower of the Nine shield. This is a great shield for players using heavy armor and melee builds, as the enchantment on it will increase your block and heavy armor skills by 5. And it will also create a shield around you, but it will drain your light armor skill by 10. So this shield will work really well with pure heavy armor and shield builds. And the next weapon will come from the nearby Rindir's staff store. When you get here, talk to Rindir and he will be selling the unique Potheiois Staff, which is probably one of the strongest staff weapons in the game, because it will just do so much damage. And that's because of the enchantment on it, which will make the weapon do 33 fire damage, 33 frost damage, and 33 shock damage every time you hit an enemy. That means you will be hitting for 99 damage on every hit, which is a lot. Especially if you get this weapon early on when enemies are at their weakest. You will pretty much be able to one-shot most enemies that you encounter during the early game. To get the next weapon, head over to Fort Isterus, which will be right here on the map between Skingrad and Gavach. When you get here, look at the fort, then run to the left and look for this boulder. And here you will find a skeleton with the unique Dagger of Depletion beside it. This is a pretty good weapon that you can get for free as soon as you start the game, and it will do some great damage. And the enchantment on it will drain magicka from your target. Next you will need to travel over to Coral and then go to the Grey Mare and talk to Valis. He will give you a side quest called the Killing Fields, which will ask you to help his 2 sons defend their farm outside of Coral. Then follow the quest to his sons and walk with them to the farm. When you get there, you will be attacked by a few waves of goblins. But if both sons survive these attacks, you can go back to Valis and Coral and he will give you the unique Chill Rend sword. So I suggest saving before you're attacked at the farm, so if one son dies, you can try again. But the Chill Rend is a very good weapon. It will do a great amount of damage, and the enchantment on it will deal 5 frost damage to the enemies that you hit with it, and make that enemy 10% weaker to all frost damage for a short time. And again, because we're in Coral, we can go outside of Coral and check to see if there's an Oblivion Gate. If there is, then head inside, but if there isn't, then you will need to go around and enter every Oblivion Gate you come across until you enter an Oblivion Gate that looks exactly like this one on the other side. If you enter an Oblivion Gate with these 5 towers in front of you, that will mean that you're in Oblivion World 2, which means you can easily get 2 amazing unique secret weapons. But you should know that the Oblivion Gate that opens outside of Coral will always be Oblivion World number 2, and every other Oblivion Gate in the game will have a 1 out of 7 chance of being World number 2, so you may have to enter a few gates until you get one with World number 2 inside of it, or just wait until the gate opens outside of Coral. But once you find one, just follow where I go on screen to get to this secret door. Then run through the cave to get to the Tower of Hatred and take out these 2 Daedra enemies and grab the keys off of their bodies. Eventually you will come across 2 doors that will require those keys to go further. Then you will come into this main room with a portal at the top of the stairs, and you will need to use that portal to get to the top floor. Then you can loot these 2 chests that will be on your left and right. Each chest will have a different unique weapon inside of it. The one on the left will have the Hatred's Heart unique mace, and the one on the right will have the unique Hatred's Soul bow. Both of these weapons will have the same enchantment, which will drain your target's speed and deal fire damage on each hit, but they will both be very good weapons. And they are also re-obtainable, which means if you find another Oblivion Gate that leads to World number 2, you can get higher level versions of these weapons. And the level 19 plus version of the Hatred's Soul bow will be one of the best bows in the game. So whenever you get a gate that leads you to World number 2, always make sure you make this quick detour, and at the very least you can sell these 2 unique items for some extra gold. And those are 10 unique weapons that you don't want to miss in Oblivion Remastered, but I would love to know which of these are your favorites in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.